wearing pants.
Whoa, you have pants on today?
I wore pants. You said new and improved, so I wore pants. Okay, look at that.
Ooh, look at that donk right there.
We just got
David.
And then after the game, so I put $50 on a Mika Zibanejad anytime goal. He scored in the third period, and I went absolutely nuts.
You went berserk.
So I hit on Mika Zibanejad minus 110, and then they said that we were allowed to go on the ice.
That's awesome.
So yes, but there were some hiccups. There was some drama. So I went down to the area that we're in. MSG Networks gave us credentials, but I got to the ice area and the girl was like, "What are you doing down here?" I was like, they said that we could go on the ice, like, because there's a whole bunch of people on the ice, and she was like, I was like, "I have press passes." She's like, "Well, you can't just go on the ice." And then I was like, "Well, let me wait for it," because Tree and Jeff, right?
Jeff,
yeah. He didn't make it down when I did because I saw an advantage and I took it. So I'm standing up against the rink and I see a guy. I'm like, "Hey, I'm just standing here. I'm waiting for my guys to come down. It's okay if I stand here." He goes, "You look really familiar." He was like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" I was like, "I am a YouTuber." He's like, 5 points. So my man Carter in this picture happens to work at MSG. Was like, "You're good." Are we gonna name these coaches, by the way?
I don't know, but I did want to say one thing. That roughing the passer rule, it would not have worked. If you remember, back in 2019, they tried reviewing roughing the passer rules. And there were some agreed...
Pass interference.
Pass interference. Sorry. That was an egregious stuff that never got overturned because they didn't want to hurt the refs' egos. They always wanted to congratulations. 2 or 3 pass interference calls that were either called or overturned because of that rule. And I think one of them was against Steelers versus Seahawks that year. And otherwise, you're just in there the same thing would have happened. They would have kept the ruling on the field. They wouldn't have changed much, maybe 1 or 2 as a token, but it would have been a failure regardless because the officials union has way too much power.
Yeah, get off my lawn, Shadow. Today we have a mystery guest. I don't know if y'all know who he is. I just figured out who he is. It's THeo Ash.
What a great intro.
Dude, that is an incredible intro.
Hyped up the guest 5. I don't know who he is. You might not know what he does, the kind of content he makes.
Exactly.
Look,
here's the guy. First name.
He has a podcast. He's got a YouTube channel. He correctly understood that Zach Wilson was going to be ass in the NFL.
I'm sorry, I'm going biased that this guy looks like Justin Bieber.
You know me. It's very true. I am usually posting on TikTok, so it's very valid that this maybe a little bit of an older demographic may not know who I am. But yes, I do a lot of NFL analysis on TikTok and Twitter and YouTube and whatnot, and I've been doing it for a couple years now. So TikTok, it has the algorithm that shows your videos and your content to people who don't even follow you, which Twitter, I guess it kind of has now, but TikTok at the time was really where it was easy to blow up, and I think a lot easier to go viral or a lot easier to get eyes on your work. So that's what I was doing. I was just posting on there, and I was posting Michael Thomas propaganda, and overall I was posting anti Larry Fitzgerald stats and just pushing whatever agendas came into my mind at the time, and that was it got popular, and here I am now.
Go after the most beloved receiver in Cardinals.
They did. Sure. They seriously did need to go at Larry Fitzgerald. Had no haters, and I got a little.
I'm sorry.
So far is the Zach Wilson take. Oh my, I really did not like him coming out of BYU. I thought it was a total Mickey Mouse situation. Because in 2020, BYU, of course, they were the one team on the West Coast that was not scared of COVID, BYU, which is on brand for BYU. They did not, the Pac-12 and all the California schools, they were scared of COVID, so none of them played a real football season, which is also on brand for them.
Down on every single take
you took a chance, Theo. That's what mattered. What did you say?
Late February, he's just like, Cowboys Super Bowl. I'm like, this is what you said last year. You're like, but this time.
This time.
It's gambler's
It's
fallacy. Like, if
another
I just
year.
keep plunking down money, I'm going to win eventually. Here,
Yeah.
take my house, take my car, take my soul. The Cowboys will win. That's Scooter.
Our defense.
Not there
But
yet.
Theo, go ahead.
Yeah. What's your biggest whiff?
Any take that I've put money on is a bad one.
God doesn't like you gambling.
No.
always is.
Anything regarded to the Cincinnati Bengals, man. I was a little bit. I thought Burrow was a little bit overrated, and I was really concerned about him after his rookie year. I was concerned about his ceiling because I didn't think he had a very strong arm. His rookie year, he didn't hit any deep shots. He didn't hit a single deep shot, like nothing over 20 yards down the field, and was coming off this horrible injury. And I was like, I don't know, dude. I think they're going to be pretty terrible. They lost like Carl Lawson in free agency, and they lost like William Jackson, and they replaced him with like Trey Hendrickson and Chidobe Awuzie, and I thought those were downgrades. I thought those were not as good as the other two, and they were obviously like a lot better. I said they'd be the second worst team in the league, and then they went to the Super Bowl, and yeah, it was really bad the whole year. And then this year, I looked at all the rosters, and I thought the Giants would be the worst team in the league. I was like, man, they got Daniel Jones.
That's fair.
They have no offensive line. They have no good weapons. They have Wink Martindale, who just blitzes and plays man coverage on the back end, and they have no corners that can hold up. And I was like, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be terrible. And I made it. It's like the NBA doesn't do this, I don't think. The MLB doesn't do this, where like they just give all the like baseball writers credentials to the World Series, and they throw on this huge event, and they throw it on prime time, and it's literally just a press conference. It's literally just reporters asking guys questions, and they made it like an event. And that was really interesting, and just goes to show like it really is incredible how the NFL is able to market itself, how it endears itself to its writers, because it's like, who am I, right? They gave me Super Bowl credentials. And so now it's like, thank you, NFL. And then it builds goodwill towards the league. And they're just able to get...
Positive.
Great. Come on.
He killed it.
Oh, I wanted to
I
ask
like
you
Theo.
about Trump getting indicted. You guys never let me get my question in.
Were you going to ask him who he's going to vote for next
I
election?
wanted him to get into politics right before
He just breaks down
So,
debate
what's your
tapes.
opinion on pronouns? Bear bound is who I'm supposed to be. I think he meant to type bear
I think he meant to be
down.
bear down. You
Dan
could, you know,
Campbell.
how about this? You're Jerry Jones, Tree, you're Dan Campbell.
Oh, boy.
Okay, you're going to bite
All right.
some kneecaps.
I feel like we could do this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our lovely Bachelor, one ScooterMagruder. Everybody, a big round of applause. A big round of applause. Scooter, before we get started, thank you for coming on the show. I know that you're looking for love. What kind of stuff are you looking for here?
I'm just looking for someone who's gonna treat me right, hold me at nighttime, maybe go on long walks with me on the beach. Just someone who's there for me, who truly understands the struggle that is being a Cowboys fan.
And one, just say a little bit about yourself.
Roar. I like honey. Roar.
All right, a great job. Contestant number 2, a little bit about yourself.
I'm rich. I'm so rich.
Okay.
I'm very wealthy.
Oh, well, not gonna let his
I'll take
personality
care of
do the
you,
talking
Scooter.
when his wallet
I'll
can.
take care of you.
And finally, contestant number 3.
One thing I gotta say, I don't like turds. I don't like leaving turds behind.
All right. Well, it seems like he is a clean wiper. So, number 2, an idea of the perfect date.
I say we go for a little cruise on one of my boats. You like boats, Scooter?
I do enjoy boats.
Have you ever sailed through the Mediterranean?
Not yet, not as of yet.
Want to?
I mean, maybe.
That's actually a good thing. I enjoy a nice char grilled kneecap. I enjoy eating that well. I enjoy a lot of things. And I told my dates, honestly, day one, I said, look, I'm not carrying your toilet paper around. I'm gonna wipe your butt. I'll wipe your own butt. You handle it, and I'll treat you like men until you prove otherwise. That's all.
Wait, hold on, pause.
Especially with eating or doing anything.
Time out. What the hell does this mean? What's a hook
What?
nose? What's that?
Contestant number 2, I'm gonna just suggest that you don't.
I mentioned I like a thing about hook nose,
My
especially
apologies.
because I feel like it tastes a bit like chicken.
Well, I am an actor. You might have seen me in a movie recently. But no, I'm not a human being. The movie was rated R.
This is a little bit incestual. I'm gonna have to eliminate contestant number 2, Jerry. Maybe next time.
Oh,
Not
no,
right
you
now.
got rid of JoJo!
Not right now. Not right now. Not right now.
All right, and so that leaves us with one contestant left. Contestant number 1. Scooter, do you have any other questions for contestant number 1, or are you ready to just live out the rest of your days in romance and bliss?
All right, you got Pete Carroll, Kyle Shanahan. Okay, we're gonna start at the NFC West. Pete Carroll, Kyle Shanahan,
you're just
Sean
Not looking
McVay,
at this picture.
Sean McVay, Jonathan Gannon, AFC West, Sean Payton, Andy Reid, Josh I think I know everything. Daniels, Brandon Staley, AFC South. Got some change here. D'Amico Ryans for the Texans. Then you got the Colts with Shane Steichen. I gotta stop covering my eyes. You got the Colts. Where are we? AFC South, Colts,
AFC
Jaguars, Dougie P. And who's else is
Tennessee.
in the AFC South?
Tennessee.
Titans, Mikey Vrabel.
Yep.
NFC South, Dennis Allen, Saints, Todd Bowles, Falcons, Frank Reich, Panthers.
Todd Bowles is the Buccaneers, isn't he?
Yeah, sorry, Todd Bowles, Buccaneers, Arthur Smith, Falcons. AFC East, Sean McDermott. Ooh, I peaked Sean McDermott. Robert Saleh, Bill Belichick, and the greatest coach in that division, Mike McDaniel. NFC East, Brian Dable, Ron Rivera, Mike McCarthy, and Nick Sirianni.
Too easy.
NFC North.
Yes.
NFC North, we got Matt Eberflus.
That's the first Matt you say, you douche.
That's right. Matt number 1. Matt number 2, Matty LaFleur.
Wipe LaFleur.
Kevin O'Connell. And of course, Dan Kneecap, One Ass Cheek Campbell. AFC North, John Harbaugh, Zach Taylor.
Nice.
Kevin Stefanski. And
Bring
Mike.
it home.
I am the king of this division, Tomlin.
You don't live in your fears.
Is
Congratulations.
that all of them?
Yep.
Let's go.
Jerry Jones!
All right, run the countdown.
Please. Get us
Okay.
all out of our misery.
Yeah. That's right. You froze, so again, I don't. Is that 20 yet? Sounds like
2019.
18, 17, 16, 15, 4. Tree was on international news before.
No, we're
He
not.
was broadcast into every single country in France. Why did I celebrate France? I don't know, but let's dance now. We're dancing.
Underpants. Underpants.
I mean, France had a
I
lot of
seen
colonies,
London.
so I mean, you're technically right.
I see London.
Thanks, guys.
I made $79.19, so I did not
Whoa,
lose
I
today.
did not win. I only made 124. I am a happy man. Let's go.
Holy crap. 313. Gerald
Tom-
Watson, you sneaky son of a gun.
It's okay. Five's still gonna lose, probably.
We're at $50 USD.
$50. Yep.
Mr.
Five
Bald
lost
man.
again.
Bald man. Where we at? Where we at?
We got
Come on.
5.
Come on. Tell us. Tell us.
We got $405.83. Bears can trust.
That's an extra $100. Let's
The
go.
bear doesn't know. Hey, look, I'm
You gotta
horny
do the
enough.
next show on Viagra.
Can you dress as a bear in a Bears jersey?
Oh.
I like that one.
I
Just
can
talk
do a
as your
bear
contestant.
suit.